Hello dear students, today we are going to continue lesson number 8, those three bears, page number 104. Dear students, today we are going to talk about three certain things which I have already written down on the board. Let's see them one by one. Author spent some time seeing bears. So the author is spending some time to see the bears. That's the first point that we'll be seeing, and there he gains, he gains a funny experience about a bear. Next one, the incident of a hungry female bear in the cornfield of Prem. So here also we are going to talk about an hungry female bear in the cornfield of Prem. And thirdly, we will be seeing the Prem's decision to save his cornfield from being destroyed by bears. So these are the three things we will be looking into. Now let's start from page number 104. The bear at once scrambled several feet higher up the tree and lay flat on a branch. Now we see here one bear comes, and then what does it do? Scramble. Here the meaning of a scramble is already given there. You can see there it says quickly climbed up several feet higher off the tree and lay flat on a branch. And after that, what does it do? Since it wasn't a very big branch, there was a lot of bear showing on either side, and you can see the author says he could see several or quite many bears. He tucked his head behind another branch. He could no longer see me, so he was satisfied that he was hidden, although he couldn't help grumbling. So here we see he tucked his head. Tuck means he is trying to hide oneself from being seen by the others. And where did he hide his face? Where? Behind another branch. He could no longer see me, so he was satisfied. And the moment he understood that he is not being seen by anyone, then he felt pleased, or he was well pleased, or we can say happy. Although he could not he could not help grumbling, but then he didn't stop grumbling. He went on grumbling. Like all bears, this one was full of curiosity. So slowly, inch by inch, his black snout appeared over the edge of the branch. As soon as he saw me, he drew his head back and hid his face. So what happened? Like all other bears, what happened? This one, this particular one was also, very much interested in knowing things, or maybe curious, or they are very sensitive. So slowly, inch by inch, his black snout appeared, and slowly, that means gradually, what appeared? His face, especially the a nose and the mouth. It came out. That means it was visible. As soon as he saw me, he drew his head back and hid his face. And the moment he noticed the author, again he hid himself. He did this several times. I waited until he wasn't looking, then moved some way down my tree. And what happened? This thing continued for several times. When the bear looked over and saw that I was missing, he was so pleased that he stretched his right across to another branch and helped himself to a plum. I could not help bursting into laughter. So here we see that bear, once he found that the author was nowhere, he was missing in the tree. What happened? Immediately he stretched right across to another branch, and what did he do? He plucked a plum. And by seeing this, the author could not control himself. Instead, he started laughing. The startled young bear tumbled out of the tree, dropped through the branches some 15 feet, and landed with a thumb in a pile of dried leaves. He was unhurt but fled from the clearing, grunting and squealing all the way. So here we see the startled. He was actually, what to say, he was a little shocked, and we see that this bear, okay, falls down from the tree, and then he lands where? He lands with a thumb, okay, in a pile of dried leaves. He was unhurt, okay, that means, okay, he was unhurt, he didn't get hurt, but fled from, okay, from the clearing. And he just went away from that place, but he didn't stop, okay, making noise or saying something or the other while going. Another time, my friend Prem told me a bear had been active in his cornfield. We took up a post at night in an old cattle set, which gave a clear view of the moonlit field. So you see another incident the author is describing to us, where he says, okay, he and his friends, so that means, okay, Prem, they were spending the night in an old cattle shed. A little after midnight, a female bear came down to the edge of the field. She seemed to sense that we had been about. She was hungry, however. And you see, actually what happened a little later, they saw whom? A female bear who came, and okay, the moment he came out, this bear could feel that there were some human beings. But since it was hungry, it didn't bother much. So, after standing on her hind legs and peering around to make sure the field was empty, she came cautiously out of the forest. So here we see, she stood in her, in her hind leg and peering around. That means, okay, looking around to see whether others are noticing her or not. Her attention was soon distracted by some Tibetan prayer flags. As he was so busy in looking around, okay, the people, whether somebody were noticing or not, her attention was distracted. Distracted here means drawn towards something. Okay, what is that? Tibetan prayer flags, which had been strung between the two trees. She grunted and backed away. The fluttering of the flag was a puzzle she wanted to solve. So she stopped and watched them. Now here we see that her attention was distracted by seeing what? By seeing the Tibetan prayer flag. And then she had to retreat. That means, okay, go back to the forest. And then, but the fluttering of the flags was a puzzle she wanted to solve. And that puzzle, okay, the fluttering of the flags, okay, that confused her. And so she wanted to, sort out the problem. So she stopped and watched them. Soon the bear advanced to within a few feet of flags, examining them from various angles. Then, seeing that they posed no danger, she went right up to the flags and pulled them down and moved into the field of corn. And after seeing the flag, she wanted to discover what was there actually. And then we see she went near to it and started examining. When she found there was no problem at all, she pulled down the flags and went into the cornfield. Prem had decided that he didn't want to lose any more of his corn, so he started shouting. His children woke up and soon came running from their house, banging on empty kerosene tin. So you will see that okay, Prem was very much what to say, possessive, or what to say, like he wanted to make sure that his craft is not destroyed by the bear anymore. So he started shouting, and by listening the shouting of Prem, his children came up with what? With an empty kerosene tin which they were banging. Deprived of her dinner, the bear made off in a bad temper. She ran downhill at a good speed, and I was glad that I was not in her way. And so here we see, when she was not given or she was not allowed to eat the food, she became terribly angry and started running down the hill at a good speed. And here the author says author says that he was very lucky just because he was not on a way. Uphill or downhill, an angry bear is best given a very wide path. So here we see that the knowledge which he gained from the village folk, that the bears will not be running faster when they go downhill, but to an angry bear, it doesn't matter whether you go uphill or downhill. If the bear is angry, better you give him what to say, a wide path. That means to avoid the bear completely. So this is the lessons that we have. I ask you to go through the lessons once again, and if you have any kind of doubts with regards to the lesson, you can ask me. Thank you.